In this episode of FTD Facts, we're journeying into the continent of Africa and exploring the Federal Republic of Nigeria, commonly known simply as Nigeria. It's a land filled with music and colors and beautiful people. What's happening, everybody? My name is Leroy Kenton, and I've wanted to give you guys facts about Nigeria for a long time. A lot of you guys requested it, so now let's take a look. Before we get into the facts, guys, I want to know, when you think of Africa, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For me, it's the food, like jollof rice. Oh my goodness, so good. All you Nigerians watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the name Nigeria, where did it even come from? Nigeria gets its name from the river Niger, and that actually is the largest river in West Africa. The name was coined by a late 19th century British journalist named Flora Shaw. Now, the river covers a distance of 2,600 miles and runs into the Atlantic Ocean via the Gulf of Guinea, after it passes through a huge delta known as the Niger Delta. Now, the Niger Delta is the second largest delta in the world. Nigeria is also a very multicultural place. There are over 500 ethnic groups in Nigeria, and the three largest of those are Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. But not just multicultural, it's also multilingual. Nigeria has 7% of the total amount of languages spoken on Earth. Although the official language in Nigeria is English, there's also 600 distinct language groups there. So it's very multicultural, very multilingual, but when it comes to religion, there's like 3 of them. Alright, not just 3 of them, but they have the 3 basic religions, and that's Islam, Christianity, and the traditional religion there. Islam is prevalent in the northern part of Nigeria. Christianity is heavily practiced in the eastern part of Nigeria, as well as in the middle of the country. And we have the traditional religion. According to history, Islam was introduced to Nigeria by a trader from Mali, and Christianity was introduced by British missionaries. This country of Nigeria is also at times considered to be the giant of Africa. But why? Okay, so let's take a look. Nigeria has a very large population and economy. It's the most populous black nation in the earth, as well as the 7th most populous country in the world, with a population of 189 million people at the time of filming this. And did you also know that nearly half the population of Nigeria is younger than 15 years old? The Yoruba ethnic group has the highest rate of twins in the world. Igbo Ora, which is a little town in the Oyo state, has been nicknamed the twin capital of the world because of its unusual high birth rate for twins. They estimate it's about 158 twins per 1,000 births. Yeah, that's pretty high. Now, many people do speculate that this high birth rate is due to the large consumption of yams by Nigerians, but then again, that's just a rumor. Yams are good for you though. Eat your yams. I love them. Food, oh my gosh. Despite its large population, Nigeria is still largely a rural country. Only 48% of the population actually live in cities. The Walls of Benin, constructed from 800 to 1400 AD, is located in the present Edo state. These walls are the largest ancient earthworks in the world and probably the largest man-made structure on Earth. They enclose 6,500 square kilometers of land, and they're over 16,000 kilometers long. Originally, the Walls of Benin were thought to be twice as long as the Great Wall of China. However, back in 2012, after very careful measuring, it was announced that, the Great Wall of China is still the longest wall ever. And that measures at 21,000 kilometers long. Now, according to the World Resources Institute, Nigeria is home to 4,715 different types of plant species, and over 550 species of breeding birds and mammals. Now, let's talk about the movie industry in Nigeria. The movie industry, dubbed Nollywood, is the second biggest movie industry in the world.
My daughter, I did not see the fire when you saw it.
Now, this is in terms of production of movies. First, we have Bollywood in India, Nollywood in Nigeria, and then Hollywood in America. And in fact, Nollywood produces up to 50 movies a week. And in terms of the output, that is over 1,000 movies annually. Okay, so check out these numbers, 010, 101. Those numbers actually refer to the meals of the day. So if you have 010, it means that you skip breakfast and dinner, but you have lunch. And if you have 101, that means you have breakfast and dinner, but you skip lunch. Now, we know that Nigeria has a very rich culture and a huge economy, but who's the richest person in Nigeria? Here's a Nigerian billionaire, Aliko Dangote.
It's always better to be humble. They say that no condition is permanent.
He's estimated to be worth $12.1 billion according to the latest reports. He's the CEO of the Dangote Group, and currently he's 59 years old. Now this brings us to the end of our first journey of Nigeria. Definitely tons more to look at in this country. So if you have any facts for any future parts of Nigeria, you can send them to our email at ftdfacts@gmail.com. And also let me know down below if you do want a part 2. This is our first fact video on any African country, and it's only the beginning of our journey throughout Africa.